Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This squirmy little thing is Popeye, and we are the RC Sailors. In this video, we're going to share with you our top picks for the month of September. What better time to do it than the middle of October?
We're a little late this month.
And over here, Popeye is sharing with you his favorite
toy is this red Pong that he's had since he was a puppy that got left outside for like 2 years that he recently found that it's like covered in, it's like black now. But I'm sure it still has remnants of peanut butter in it, right, doggy?
And that's why he loves it.
So we are going to show you our favorite vehicles we had our hands on in the month of September. So only if it was on our channel in September.
We had to have our hands on it, in the air, batteries charged, had to be on the channel. So
our criteria with picking our favorites is mainly just if we had fun with it or not.
We also do factor in price versus fun factor because sure, some things that are $20,000 are super fun, but I can have a lot of fun with a $15 quadcopter.
Exactly. So just because it was the most expensive thing doesn't mean it's going to be on the top.
Right. Let's cut right to it.
We always do honorable mentions first though, because we love RCs, we love everything about RCs, so it's always hard for us to narrow it down to our top 5 favorites. So we always do a couple runner-ups. So the first runner-up is the Eachine E53, or the Tower Drone, or the Whisk Drone, Egg Scramble Drone, whatever we called it. I think we called it all 3 of those in that one video.
It was a good drone, and when we reviewed it on our channel, it was on a flash sale for $26. Everything functioned really well, and that's kind of the point of us bringing this one up to you guys. You gain a huge benefit by watching our videos when they release. One main reason is a lot of times we release the video in time with a flash sale, so you're going to save some pretty big bucks nowadays. And if it's really good product, it's going to sell out. It does a lot of times. When we give a product 2 thumbs up, it's very common now for a few days later for that thing to be out of stock.
And this one is really cool just because it was a different shape. It was a different perspective on drones. Yes. So that's why we liked it. Big,
awesome drone. But we have a lot more things to go over. So the next runner-up, we had the X13. Now what this was a backyard flyer. We call it, it's kind of a backyard flyer.
I loved it.
Right. It was only at $20 when we released it, and it flew really well. It was just a fun thing to fly in your backyard, to train you how to fly for $20. You really can't beat that. You can fly it inside, you can fly it outside. It was a great drone.
Our next honorable mention was the JYU Hornet S. This was our GPS drone with the rainbow lights. We actually, somehow the stars aligned and there was a rainbow in the background while we were filming this video. The only reason this one did not make our top 5 list was because it was overpriced.
The price.
In our opinion.
That's right. So it was an amazing drone. Everything about it was spot on. We wish that we got the camera version, but we ended up the one without the camera. And for a GPS brushless drone without a camera, it was definitely overpriced, but very awesome. So we do factor in price when it comes to our fun factor here, and that's why that one is lower.
If that one ever goes on a flash sale, because I think with 5.8 gigahertz, right? That's the next one. Yeah, with 5.8 gigahertz, it was like $400 some. A
little high.
So if it ever goes about the $350, $300 price range, I think it would probably be worth it.
Yeah.
And our last honorable mention is the WL Toys Q696D.
This was pretty cool.
This was the one with the gimbal.
This was the very first, what I'd like to call a toy grade drone with a brushless gimbal.
With a toy grade brushless gimbal.
No, I mean...
It wasn't silky smooth.
No, but it was leaps and bounds better than not having a gimbal.
When we had the Horizon Hobby Blade 350QX, we first got that. It just came with a way to mount your GoPro on it. So we eventually had to upgrade to a gimbal. This drone cost the same, if not less, than what that gimbal cost 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And now you get a drone with a camera.
It's not, the gimbals don't even come close to comparing to each other, but still, like, thinking about that and thinking about how far technology is going is so amazing. Crazy.
That's why this hobby is so cool. Now, that gimbal setup is a home run. I like it. There's a dragonfly, right? Didn't they call it the dragonfly?
I think so, yeah.
Now, this is kind of an honorable mention, runner-up type thing.
We had our hands on this, but we felt like it's quite obvious that we love these vehicles.
Because we've held on to them for so long.
And, I mean, we love them, but we still wanted to bring you other different products that we really like. So we had our Axials on the channel this month. So I drove my Deadbolt, Nathan drove his Falcon G6.
Which they have discontinued.
Yeah, before we made that video, I thought they were still selling them, but it doesn't look like they sell them anymore.
They have the Deadbolt.
They still have the Deadbolt.
But not the G6.
The Deadbolt was, when I bought it, one of the cheapest.
Yes, yep.
Axial SCX10s you could buy.
It's a popular, it is probably the most popular scale type crawler that is more true to scale as opposed to something like the Wraith.
And you all will be happy to know, well, I don't know if we told you this in the video, but I actually did the light upgrade, which is really just kind of like plugging it in. I did that on my Deadbolt myself. So one day Nate and was it your dad that was out
we were
there?
working on my 3D printer.
That's right. So I sat out there with him, and his mom was out there too, and I hooked Nathan up with his G6 light setup. So now he will have lights on his too next time you see him.
Turned around, like Dad and I were tinkering with the printer trying to get it calibrated. And
I think I asked you for a hex.
Yeah.
So, and you turned around and you're like, nice.
I have lights on my...
Also, we had our hands on the DJI Spark. Nathan went down into Death Valley while I flew to rescue a plane. We flew that, and we're still pretty happy with that. You know DJI. It's a love-hate with all the updates and everything they're doing now. We're not
restrictions.
I know most of you have seen videos on that, so we're not gonna go into it all. But
it's a good product. When the Spark works, it's amazing.
And then Nate also flew his Walkera 215, Furious 215.
That is the reason I'm in this hobby.
And all you guys keep telling him, Nathan, there's better things out there. And I am ready. I think there are.
Maybe there are.
You just haven't given them a shot yet.
Yeah, well, why? I'm so happy with that. Like, I'm not content. I am.
But you still gotta try some new things.
It's like when I know I'm gonna get to go out and fly my Furious 215.
But now that you're content with it, find something else. And if you hate it, then you'll be like, man, I still love this so much. And it'll like rejuvenate your love for your Furious.
Okay, so we'll do our best to get some more race drones on the channel. I know that we do a lot of toy grade stuff. We do. But there are a lot of people on our channel that are newer, and that's really one of the first or second things you should buy going into the hobby. And then as you progress, you step up to something like the Walkera Furious 215. We just like to feature things that are, first of all, affordable.
One of our goals when we decided to pursue our channel was to make it for all RC hobby enthusiasts, whether you're trucks, drones, planes, boats, whatever, and regardless of your price range. So we try our very best to cover all
affordable options.
Rounds. It just so happens that everybody loves cheap drones.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what you see a lot on our channel. But we enjoy, my favorite thing is trucks. And Nathan's is probably planes.
But as of this year, I like chasing. I like chasing your plane. Yeah. That's my favorite thing to do. So now that we've established what our favorite thing to do is, let's cut right into
now that we're 10 minutes into the video.
That's fine, that's fine. These are
our top 5 list for September.
That's right.
The official list. We had our hands on it in September. Here are our top 5.
And somewhere in this top list here, we're actually going to re-give away a prize that we tried to give away earlier on the channel. We'll tell you what that is.
Never claimed it.
Right. Stay tuned throughout this. It could be between number 2 and 3. Could be after the number 1 pick. We're going to announce the winner.
It's going to be in the next 10 minutes. I think they know it's coming up.
It's coming up. Okay, number 5.
Number 5 is the JJRC H38WH. This was the little purpley blue quadcopter with the modular arms.
Blue. Just blue.
It was kind of purple.
It was a dark blue.
No one cares.
Now, the reason it made this list is not because it's JJRC.
And not just because it's modular.
Well,
a little bit, but not just.
The main reason it's on our top 5 list is because we did look up the modular replacement arms, and they're selling them on our provided link there for like $3.50 for an arm. That arm includes the motor, all the wiring installed. All you have to do is literally just plug in your new arm for $3.50. I mean, that is what this hobby should be. If you're going to sell a modular... It's harder
to replace a prop than plug in a new arm.
Yes! If you are going to sell a modular drone, what do you have to sell alongside that modular drone? The modular pieces. So it only makes sense to make them affordable. If you sell modular pieces for half the price of what the drone itself is, I'd just rather buy a whole new drone. So congratulations, JJRC, you're doing something right
on this product.
On this product by selling them at a fair price.
And when we posted that video, I think they had almost every single spare part. Like they even had the body available.
Good.
Like
That's
they
good.
had everything you need, batteries, props.
That's a good thing.
A lot of things. So everything we've mentioned in this video will be down in that description box. If you're on a phone, click that little tiny hidden arrow just like right under this video. You'll see a little small arrow. It'll open up a huge magic wonderland for you to have fun and look at all sorts of RCs
awesome
that we're talking
links.
about. And I'll also have our videos linked below too. I'll try to card some, but I'm only able to do 5 cards a video, so I'll probably just have cards for these top 5 things.
Number 4 on our list was the H5. This was the bright red $20 quadcopter that we did on the channel. And when we did this, we also gave you guys a lot of beginner tips. So if nothing else, if you're new to this hobby, and a lot of you are, then stop by that video of ours just to hear us out on our tips.
The H5 was an awesome quadcopter for 2 reasons. One, it was $20.
Yeah, it still is.
It's awesome. I mean, it's $20. Number 2, it's $20 and it works and it doesn't have altitude hold. So there's no flight restrictions. You can pick this up. It's going to be fun to fly and you're actually going to push your abilities with flying quadcopters.
There's a controversial thing on our channel and in all drones or quadcopters, whatever you want to call them, with altitude hold versus non-altitude hold. It's kind of like people that drive a stick shift versus an automatic car. You know, people that drive a manual car, a stick shift, they're going to say, that is the better way to go. If you drive an automatic, you're stupid because all these reasons. You have more control over your car when you're driving a stick shift. Well, if you're flying without altitude hold, you have more control over your drone. You're going to be able to progress more in the hobby and fly race drones eventually. And people might suggest that altitude hold is a crutch. But there is another side to that story or opinion. If you fly with altitude hold and you're a newer pilot, there are some people out there that don't have someone to help teach them fly, and the altitude hold is the only way they would get a drone in the air.
But once you're ready to progress on, you're definitely going to want to pick something up without altitude hold.
And this is a perfect example of that, $20.
Because it's harder to fly without altitude hold, so you can't just pick up a race drone and expect to fly it just like you did your altitude hold drone. So we always suggest starting with something like this so you can actually learn throttle management and just having full control. Yeah,
and I mean, for $20, the amount of progression that can be made is just awesome. So let's move on with our list. We have 3 things left.
Number 3 on our list was the MJX Bugs 2 Wi-Fi, or B2W.
This is the exact opposite of that $20 drone that we just mentioned. Now, this is a good example of our channel, our lists, and who we are, because we just mentioned something that is $20 and super fun to fly, and out here we're throwing something out that's somewhere between $200 and $250, give or take, where you get it, when you get it. The Bugs B2W is a Wi-Fi FPV brushless GPS drone, quadcopter, UAV. People have been getting real mad lately about the whole drone thing.
It's called the Drone Racing League. Like,
it's just universally accepted.
You just have to accept it now.
We didn't like it at first.
And honestly, I feel like at this point, there's not that many regular people out there that are like, oh, it's a drone. Anytime we talk to anybody about drones, they're like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the area we're from, but anyways.
So the Bugs, most of the time when you have a Wi-Fi FPV drone, they have signal interference with the drone's signal itself. So
and we've seen a lot more issues with that here of lately.
Yeah.
More than ever.
You get like choppy signal problems, but this does not have that issue because it operates on a different frequency of Wi-Fi. So just know that this is a really, really good Wi-Fi GPS drone. Probably one of the best on the market as of right now. You don't have a gimbal, so you're not going to get hired to film something professionally. you're not going to make a highlight montage video of a real estate location with this, but you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And your user experience is actually top-notch. Really good user experience. You can play back the video later and enjoy it for yourself. Maybe share it with your friend that was at the location at the time with you. But as I said, you're not going to have that smooth gimbal quality with this. And the second,
number 2 on the list,
is the Zombie.
The DHK Hobby 8384 Zombie truck.
How can we have a top list without having a truck on there, especially one that deserves to be in this position? This is blowing a lot of trucks away that have been on our channel. It's an awesome RC.
I love how you knew, like right when I opened that up and we were charging batteries, you're like, that's a Plants vs. Zombie.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really see it until you put it in the video, like
right by it.
The silhouettes and the shape and everything is exactly like, they just changed the colors. So funny. We really liked playing that game a few years ago. It's a funny little kid game.
If you guys are looking for a top-notch, really nice quality RC truck that's just an amazing basher, I mean, that's what this is.
Yep.
It's brushless. It can run on 2 and 3 cells. I think 4. I know for sure 3. It's just a really good truck.
You put 4 in it and see what happens.
Yeah. It is just outstandingly fun. There's no way that you could pick up the transmitter to that and not have fun with it. So it's a little expensive, but it's just a blast. I highly recommend it. Now, I think it's time to give something away before we mention our last thing on the list. We have this drone drop box to re-give away. We picked a winner for that, but what we did was put it in text at the end of the video.
Yeah, we always say if you guys are awesome and you support us and we want to give back to you, but we want you guys to continue watching our videos.
Exactly.
So we always announce it in a random video.
Yes. And that person stopped watching, didn't watch that video, something. Basically, we are trying to reward you for actually watching. Yes. Yeah, as much as we can.
We want to pick our die-hard viewers that watch every video we have.
When we can. And this person that won didn't claim the prize. They just didn't watch. So we're going to re-pick a winner. And the lucky winner of this drone drop box is Duck Landis.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Just comment below with your email address or send us a private YouTube message.
We prefer the private YouTube message.
I prefer it that way, but if you don't care if everybody in the world has your email, then put your email below. It's probably the easiest way.
Yes. Now the #1 pick for RCs for the month of September on our channel. This was a good one, and you probably already have guessed it. It is called
we mentioned it 500 times last month.
8807 HDG. It's a goofy name, but we'll have it linked below. Of course, this was the $50 folding arm drone. It kind of looked like a Mavic knockoff.
This summer, we've seen a ton of folding arm drones. Our recent favorite one was the one where we compared it to a Mavic. That was the best working one. Now this 8807 one came along and we are really happy with the price tag and the performance.
Everything just worked. And that doesn't happen very often.
With toy grade stuff.
That's right. And so to have a folding arm drone, toy grade $50, Wi-Fi, FPV, it all works. Altitude hold, easy to fly, just a great little drone. We highly recommend it. A lot of people have since ordered that, giving us a lot of good feedback. So if you're on the fence about what you want to buy this month, then we say go with that. You know, $50, you can't really go wrong. And if you don't want it for yourself, Christmas is coming up around the corner, guys. It's not a bad idea to go ahead and do some early Christmas shopping. Some of these websites that we recommend, they can take 2 to 3 weeks to get your stuff. That's where you're saving some money. Now, whereas Amazon has their 2-day shipping, you might pay $20 or $30 more for that. So just keep that in mind. Over the next month and a half or so, you're going to really want to tune into our channel and see what new stuff is coming out on the market. We're going to do our best to throw some Amazon stuff in there too, for those of you guys that don't like to wait, you're impatient, but we will,
I'm like, 2-day shipping, why isn't it here today?
I'm okay with waiting. I'm one of those people that I can order something and I kind of forget about it. 3 weeks later, it shows up and I'm like, oh yeah.
You've ordered stuff and it's never showed up before and you're like, maybe it will eventually. Yeah. I'm still waiting on a camera strap you ordered me 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's still coming. It's still coming. Just gotta be patient. So those are our top picks. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!